Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the continuation of Alan Wake here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host, Max. So, on the previous episode, we went through the coal and silver mines, and we are getting closer to the Cauldron Lake, which is basically where we lost Alice. So, yeah. Cauldron Lake is the 8th deepest lake in the world. Cauldron Lake is a cauldral lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970, and even then the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure in many local folk tales. It's a popular recreational area for the local residents. And, well, it did not really work out that well for me and Alice, but it is what it is. So we're gonna take up our supplies and we're gonna continue. And if you recall correctly, I'm playing this on Nightmare difficulty, so I've tried to get the remaster from Epic Store Game, but that thing was just so glitchy and buggy. It was just causing all sorts of issues even with the recording, and I just had to refund it. So I really hope that when Alan Wake 2 is gonna be released, Epic Studios is not gonna touch the damn thing at all. It's gonna be all Remedy, because I mean, sure, some of their games maybe were not that well received, like Quantum Break, but if you take Control and so on and such, all of those titles were well received. Maybe they weren't the best sellers on the market, but I don't know. I mean, we have Starfield upcoming. I'm not gonna pre-purchase it. I'm gonna definitely wait for the game to be released and see some reviews before I decide if I'm gonna shell out that much money for it. And then we have, of course, also Alan Wake coming out too, so I'll have to purchase it, unfortunately, only on the Epic Store. So I'm not really looking forward to that. I kind of prefer to keep my games on one platform, but it is what it is. So if I don't have a choice, I don't have a choice. I'm looking out for potential crows. Okay, this is gonna be awkward. I had to get off the bridge. I have to be careful about that knucklehead because of the throwable objects. Crap. That did not go well. So let's use this opportunity to reload and put some distance between me and the knucklehead. I was hoping I would get the shot off before he was able to throw it at me. Okay, so there is gonna be supplies somewhere in here. So we have to keep following the marks. So let's see what goodies do we get. Definitely take the flare gun, thank you very much. So right now we are well stocked up with supplies, but that can be gone in a matter of seconds because on the Nightmare difficulty, you have to use more ammunition in order to deal with the possessed ones. So, yeah. Well, let's take a look.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Okay. Not really sure who's the boss. But I know where we are slightly headed, so... Since the asylum or the medical facility for that psychologist who treats his patients has the building overlooking the Cauldron Lake, eventually chances are we're gonna end up there. Just have to make sure that Alan survives long enough for it to happen. And with how much the darkness is attacking us every chance it has, it's a little trickier than it would normally be. So... I would honestly kill for a shotgun here, but I'll take whatever. Tom. I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? Tom. I was hoping there would be some sort of supplies. Thomas Zane, the writer who used to live on that island. There's supplies. Shotgun ammo. See pistol ammo. But we currently do not have shotgun equipped. Definitely some more supplies. I really do hope that they're gonna keep somehow the concept of light and darkness in the sequel, because I think that's one of the most amazing uses in a video game. Yep. That did not go well. What the hell? When the hell did it switch to flashbangs? What the actual fuck? Okay, well that sucks. I guess that concludes story of Alan Wake. Son of a biscuit. That was not optimal. Not at all. Not one bit. So I need to use the flare in order to create some sort of safety. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try using the flare gun here. There's still one? How the hell did you survive that? I thought I was pretty efficient with the use of everything, but goddamn. How many people live in this goddamn town? There's gonna be so many widows. So far, all I keep fighting are guys. Okay, I forgot those rifle rounds. So let's go fetch those. I know I took slight damage there, but it's okay. I'd rather have the ammunition. Need to cross the mountain ruins. Why would you keep such a massive home in the middle of nowhere? This is where we drop off. Just want to check if there's no page over here. I know I'm not doing all the pages. I probably will never have a game on Steam that is 100% completed. I mean, I did have one. It was the Surviving the Aftermath, but the problem was that the game...
Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
You see that's the medical facility over there, or the psychologist. That's the Cauldron Lake. And so Surviving the Aftermath, I think I had all the achievements, but then one of the DLCs came out. They've added a bunch of stuff, and I no longer had 100%.
I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Yeah. Starting to think that doctor is a little wacky and likes to drug people who don't need to be there.
Wait!
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry! Please, lady! The boss didn't know who he was messing with! I didn't know! I swear, I didn't know!
Starting to think that weird redneck is working for the psychologist.
Out. We just said we had her to make a play ball, you see? They got him writing for us! Please! Please! Oh!
Oh man, falling on your head like that can be fatal. You have to know how to jump from a high altitude into water, because the density of it can turn into like concrete. So yeah, that would be really bad. We're gonna skip through the music because I'm kind of petrified about...
I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife! We don't know where she is!
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. There you go, Alan. Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
They did not even bother changing his clothes. I mean, he's at the clinic, for Christ's sake.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had pumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
This room is locked. I would probably be miserable if I would have a room that is right next to a goddamn elevator. It would drive me crazy if I would have to
Alan,
hear
from
the
past
starting
experience
noise.
with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality.
How do you get to
She has
water
been
the
kidnapped.
one at the
Supernatural
top?
forces
That's
of
what I'm
darkness
like
trying to
wondering.
stop you.
And how the hell
go
does
this
it get
way, Alan.
any
I
sunlight?
wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up.
Okay, so
Apart
the
from
maze,
tragic accident with
great
your
place
wife,
for a
no
horror
one has
game.
been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious
And it reminds
mind
me now of
trying to
Resident
protect
Evil
you
4
from
and
too
even
painful
Cultic.
truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Man, this is a massive place. I have an ancient sun clock, which shows how much time it is. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. Thomas Zane, the memory of dear friend and a poet.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast.
It's kind of dark.
Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now, we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
The only thing I can think about, honestly, is how terrible it must be to clean all the windows on this place. Like, I mean, god damn it. There must be tremendous amount of light coming inside, but whew, I would not want to clean that. That's serious. Question is, where is he keeping all those manuscript pages? Okay, so the animation is a little wonky.
Come along. Let's go inside.
Come on.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Aren't buffaloes still, like, protected by the law or something?
Scary.
Emerson,
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Yeah, it's the two knuckleheads with the coconut.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
I feel like I'm gonna be out there tonight.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative process. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy and its sister method, the flow, work best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Seems like he has them licensed or something.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, What a storm!
Night
I hope it
Springs.
wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Manuscript page.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words. My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
It's as if they know what happened at the lake.
So tired.
It's almost as if they know.
Close to the lake, a place of power.
You know, I think... Yeah, you see? Emil Hartman.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. but there was fear too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Emil used to be Thomas Zane's assistant. Normally, people don't connect the two, especially not on your first playthrough. But, yeah, it is what it is.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? The typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Nah, but I wanna go this way. You locked it up, damn it. Generator.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true. Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Let's see, can we explore a little bit more before... There's a QR code? I don't recall that being a thing. I wonder what does it unlock?
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Emerson... Man, he has a freaking Xbox? Are you trying to tell me that the Xbox is actually connected to that TV? That's hilarious. Okay. That's weird.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Birch, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't
Hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from me, old little wench.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Cannot go through there.
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they? Ha ha! Nah!
What's
It's
happening?
my store. I'm taking it.
I don't see them.
We're on a comeback tour, baby.
There's a page.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Hammer's Way will have it say, rise up in their name.
Oh my
Sinclair
god, what
looked
have
back.
they done?
That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
You see that? That's the guy who tried to blackmail us. He's one of the freaking staff members.
The backstage is all yours, Tom.
I had to
Seize
get
your
to Hartman's
destiny.
office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Look at these
The markings on the
paintings.
tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right. Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Do you hear me? I'm gonna do your crazy quack ass to shreds!
That Barry?
Seriously!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Unfortunately, it wasn't Rose's fault.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Yeah, that's gonna bite me in the ass. I'll have to deal with Hartman. It would have been easier to deal with him before.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Oh crap. Careful here with the floating furniture. So I'm coming over here. Hopefully this is gonna ruin all of the possessed stuff. Start disappearing. I'm not exactly sure where the hell to go. Try the generator again. If I... Oh, come on. Okay, so the reason why is that door in the background was what we had to clear out. Pick up flare. No, it's just the one. I have to use it to clear out the two bear statues. That did not work.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
No TV? So we're just Fast Furious Tokyo Drift. Oh my god, is that like a BlackBerry?
Thousands of applications? Verizon Wireless has you covered. Check out the latest games. Discover new music and old favorites. Social networking, sports scores, news, it's all at your fingertips. No matter what you're into, Verizon Wireless can satisfy your never-ending appetite for apps. Check out VCast apps and load up your phone.
That's a BlackBerry phone. Okay, I did not really need to see a Verizon commercial. Okay, that thing is gonna break through the doors. Oh, come on. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm gonna have to guide the damn thing in order for it to crash into the doors, huh? Where the hell is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to dodge this. Okay.
I'm here.
Let's go grab a flashlight. I'm gonna need it. Oh, there's a thermos. How did I miss this sucker? Swear to God, the older I am getting, the better I am at like looking around what my surroundings are and paying attention to details.
Al, I'm over here. I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Oh, great.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Oh, crap. Question is if the gate is locked and if I'll have to use... Come on, break it. Yeah, that's the objective, Barry. Problem is going to be surviving the goddamn maze in here. I have no idea where to go. You're not helping. Don't have that many rounds to work with, so I have to be careful about the way I use the ammo. The hell? Kind of dropped the ball there, buddy. You should have attacked me.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
That's the thing, I'm not sure if that music is licensed or not, because even in Control, I had to mute out a certain section because they used like a really cool metal song, but I was quite sure it would get the video flag. What the hell? Be careful because there's still that big guy. I think I made it somehow. Don't ask me how, but I made it somehow.
We don't want any fighting. It makes me...
We still have to deal with Hartman.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and cool.
Almost sounds like a weird Bill Cosby. Try to use the flare gun. I don't think it did what it was meant to do. It's quite the strong position. Oh crap. I'm gonna die here. Checkpoint reached. Come on. Well, at least those knuckleheads flew into the light and killed themselves. Are they still here? I don't really want to waste the ammo which I have because it's fairly limited. But we did pick up a manuscript page.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
This is like a perfect place for an ambush. Dodge that attack. I don't mind dealing with the smaller guys. It's the bigger guys who are gonna be a problem. Thank you for the flare. And this place is massive as hell. The flare in here, it's gonna be safer. I saw one more possessed behind me, so I have to be careful.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
My god, I almost thought that this bush is gonna attack me or something when we're done. Emil made Tom do it. Yeah, so Emil was the assistant to Thomas Zane. Who knows what he made Tom do? He started to tinker with the dark forces here at the lake. And maybe that started to open up the darkness. The hell? I'll go pick up the ammo which was left behind. Okay, hold on. There seems to be a box of supplies. I did not even notice this ever before. Oh, thank God. I'll take flare gun anytime. You're kidding? In this place? Of course. Let's go grab that box of pistol rounds. Should still be here. I'd rather have a full ammo and just have to reload it. Another checkpoint. More shotgun rounds. I think there's a manuscript up there. A lot of manuscript pages here.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Yeah, there's Barry, but it's not gonna be that easy to get to him. That's why I have the shotgun equipped.
Ow! You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Yeah. Not good.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it!
That was a good use of one round.
Hey, found a corner! I found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig!
Crap. Oh, come on. Which one survived that shot? Okay. Them nearly died here because of Barry.
We gotta go! Get in the car! Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
fast.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Oh, damn. Oh, that's bad. That has to be bad.
Al! God damn it, Al! Talk to me!
It's a miracle how many car crashes he is in and he's still fine.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
But yeah, this is where we're gonna leave it off. So I really do hope you all enjoyed the episode. And for more fun content like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm looking forward to Alan Wake 2. I'll be definitely playing through the game when it will come out. I just hope it will be really, really great. And yeah, if there's any games which you would like me to take a look at in the meantime or stuff like that, let me know through the comment section. As per usual, I'm going to wish you a pleasant rest of the day, and hopefully I'll see you all in the comments for the next one. Thank you all, and bye-bye for now.